Hey guys, and welcome back to One Stop Gaming family. Now, you might have seen me playing with Colossus R5 in the boss rush that I did the live stream a little earlier, and because of time constraints, I wasn't exactly able to get it done. So here's a video of, I finally got time to edit some videos, and here's the video for Colossus rank up. This video is basically for Colossus rank up as well as how to use Colossus and his abilities. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and rank up our Colossus to rank 5. After ranking him up, we'll have a talk while I level them up because of course the video is still recording. So Colossus has been buffed for quite some time now, and Kabam actually made him an absolute beast. With synergy as well as without synergy as well. So it's like if you don't have the required synergy, he still does the job for you. But if you have the synergy, it's like no other champ other than him. His normal hits, the basic attacks, his the special attacks, specifically his SP2. One more thing, what he has is that even if you don't have the Perry Mastery with you, you still get to stun the opponents with your SP1. With your perfect block. So what it does is that, for example, in the boss rush, you might have seen me pairing Elsa Bluster and doing the heavy. The reason was, she also had something like the buff shrug off. So the reason why I was able to do was because of the Colossus synergy. Not synergy, his ability basically. So his synergy with Omega is real fun, and if you take up another champs like Magneto and Cyclops, which increases attack, that makes him an absolute stunner. I took him up to in the Realm of Legends, of course. That's the one and only the experimental zone, and the numbers were astonishing. So another thing about Colossus is that after him getting buffed, he is right now cold snap immune, he is bleed immune, which he really was earlier. He is now incinerate immune. I think there are only two abilities that Colossus has for now. Those are his stacks, and his health is 33,333 with that as per my mastery. So his SIG ability is whenever one of the Colossus immunity protects him from an effect, he has 35% chance to gain an armor of buff lasting 15 seconds. Colossus has a 28% chance to convert an expiring armor of buff into a permanent one. So for example, if you have 4, when you hit SP2, you usually get the armor of buffs, and when you have one of them, it's potentially like one of them will get converted. And then he also has passive immunity to the bleed, incinerate, cold snap, and frostbite. And additionally, if he's not fighting a tech champ, he is also immune to armor break and armor shatter debuffs as well. Now, at the start of the fight, Colossus gains a number of indefinite armor stacks. So basically starts with 3, and then as and more he gets in the fight, he gets the armor. He gains the armor of buffs. Now, here what I did in this particular video with the fight. Okay, let's go through the ability first, and then I'll explain things in detail. He has personal armor of buffs, unless otherwise stated. Colossus armor of buffs provide 233.3 the armor rating. Additionally, for each armor of buff, he also gains attack as well. Damage has been capped at 150% of the opponent's attack rating. Each time the damage cap is hit, the duration of Colossus armor of buffs are refreshed. Additionally, he has 50% chance to gain an additional armor of buff lasting 15 seconds. And well-timed block, that's the most important part. If Colossus has the Perry Mastery, the stun debuff is disabled, and instead a successful Perry also deals 162 direct damage. Now, the debuff is disabled and they just get parried, which cannot be shrugged off. If contact is made by basic attack, Colossus has 10% chance to inflict a stun debuff lasting 1 second. And then the special attack rating is increased by up to 4648 based on Colossus armor rank. So the more the armor, the more the attack rating. If opponent has a stun debuff, Colossus heavy attack has 100% chance to purify the stun and grant a passive fury increasing attack by up to 8134 based on Colossus armor for 3 seconds. So what the plan here is to actually parry the opponent and heavy, and in the middle of the heavy hit the SP2 to gain to actually inflict numerous amount of damage. Gaining an indefinitive armor of buff SP1 and then flat 5% chance per armor of buff to inflict a stun debuff for 2 seconds. And then SP2, the attack is unblockable. Whenever activated for each armor of buff, Colossus has 50% chance to gain another lasting for 15 seconds. These buffs do not count towards the max stack limit, allowing Colossus to temporarily go above his armor buff limit. And the SP3, 100% chance to inflict an indefinite passive fatigue on the opponent, reducing the critical hit by 2100. And then Colossus active organic shield increases the amount of damage reduced by the armor resistance by 2% per armor of buff, and additionally get him the unstoppable buff on him as well. And this unstoppable cannot be removed by the Captain America Infinity War. Now here I took a fully synergy team, that is Colossus with Juggernaut, Omega Red, the actual synergy team, and also took Magneto plus the Cyclops. It's basically a fast order fight because it takes a little bit of time. The synergies which are basically to increase his attacks. Now here what I'm going to do is first hit him with the SP2 or maybe SP3 directly to get that armor up buff, which is also the unstoppable one, just to show you guys the numbers. And then I go for spamming SP1 to get to approximately 12 armor of buffs to maximize the damage with the SP2 to finish him off at the end. If you guys don't know, Colossus also is only the only champ which has maximum percentage of actually soloing the Winter Soldier, even with even when it's an auto fight. So if you see here with the synergies, the normal hits are going up to 10,927, that is approximately 11,000, and then more the armors, the more the attack goes up. So Omega gives him the synergy with Omega is that it gives him the attack increase with the number of armors that he increases. So that's pretty useful. Last time we had class advantage. This time we'll go with the normal ones when we don't have any class advantages here. Even here, if you see, the attack is still pretty solid. He's going good. We hardly got any damage here, and then we are just trying to spam SP1s to get one more armor of buffs. And when we are at 12 or 10 or 12 maybe, I think we'll go for the SP2 to finish off the Captain Marvel Classic here. Now if you see the attack rating being increased with the number of armors, that's exactly what the synergy provides, the Omega synergy provides. So trust me guys, I've taken the Colossus in the Alliance quest as well as in the Alliance War, and he has been an absolute beast, and I do not regret ranking him up. He is also one of the good Labyrinth of Legends material as well. With proper synergy, the attack stacks are pretty solid and pretty high. Now another thing about Colossus I like is the damage that he takes is very less. So if you see, the damage that he's taking even with the block is literally minimal, like 100 or 51, not even 100. It's 51, 30, 40, which is actually very good. And it actually allows you to, okay, did you guys see the number? It's 77,000 on the SP2 without any boost. This is all without any boost. And let's go on the Juggernaut here. It'll take me a bit of time to clear this fight because of the unstoppable buff that Juggernaut gets, and it actually delays a few things here. So I'll keep spamming SP1. Okay, now Another thing, a very good thing is that if your enemy is like, you know, approximately 50,000-60,000 and you wish to get get the fights over very sooner, all you have to do is just keep spamming SP, keep spamming the Perian Heavy, and it'll be done in like 20-30 seconds. If you see here, the Perian Heavy actually is inflicting approximately around 30,000 of damage when it is with a critic, and without critic it's at least 10 to 11,000. Even if you don't have this synergy, it still gives you approximately roughly 8 to 9,000 with the heavy, and without the heavy, I mean with the synergy, it goes up to 10 to 12 with the heavy. Without synergy, your SP if the what do you say, the RNG gods are with you, your attack stacks are very high. Now if you see here, he did approximately 100k damage, which is SP2, which is astonishing. Another 40k damage with the SP1, and another 12,000 damage with his SP1, and then heavy, and then very good damage with the SP1, and the Juggernaut is down. Okay, I guess we'll have some connection issues. Another thing that I'm really disappointed with Kibam is the connection issues. Right now, I mean, if in the video it's actually connected over Wi-Fi, which has 100 Mbps speed, and they still say that it has connection issues. Now, here we go with the Rhino. Rhino has a sort of passive ability of getting the armors up, but it doesn't show up. But the lesser the health, the more his armor rating increases. It's basically a rating and not any buff. So the same routine here. If you are going for a long fight, just make sure that you build up those armor of buffs with the SP1 a lot of time. I mean, approximately 12 to 16 armor ups with the SP1, and then go for the SP2 more time. So what you have to do, I mean, if you're going for a LOL, LOL as in the Labyrinth of Legends, this guy is suicide friendly for bleed, but I wouldn't recommend going with suicides when it comes to the longer fight. The reason being that he needs the SPs to to rank him up. So make sure you use a lot of SP1 first, get to approximately 12 to 15, or if you're doing Labyrinth of Legends, at least 16 to 18 armor of buffs before activating the SP2 to deal a very huge amount of damage, like 50, 50 and 50. If you see here, he did 30, 30 and 62, which is approximately 120 to 130k, because there was one more normal hit which did approximately 8,000 damage. So it's basically 130k damage with 12 armor of buffs. We go back again against the Storm here. If you want to use him in Alliance War, I would still recommend only on Stubborn Node. The reason being that the flow will, the champs, when it comes to flow, will simply kill him. So using in Stubborn will actually allow you to take less damage and deal more damage in return. And on a lot of nodes, he can do a lot of things. For example, if you are facing Rhino, I would recommend going with Rhino on Eben Flow or Eben Intercept, I believe. Eben Intercept, yes. So if you're facing Rhino on Eben Intercept node in Alliance War, I would recommend going with Colossus with Omega Synergy, just to make sure that he has a lot of armor of buffs to get you the to make sure that you take a less number of damage. I also have a video wherein I actually did that and I actually cleared Rhino with a small 10% boost in Alliance War, and it was a lot better, to be honest. And I wasn't able to clear with the others, but I was able to clear with the Colossus. Now Colossus here, I took him into Act 6. Act 6.4.1 only with the Omega Synergy here. So the numbers here will vary from the Realm of Legends run that we did a little earlier. It will be a little less because there we had a lot more attacks than usual, but you still see the numbers being stacked up very, very high, like 10k mediums, and it's very good to see that. And if you have very good energy at that point of time, that'll be really great. Okay, sorry, it was I guess it was heavy or maybe SP1. You see, the SP1 is still dealing approximately around 10 to 11,000 of damage, Here the SP1, the heavy was dealing 10 to 15, 10 to 12,000 of damage, and the SP1 approximately 20,000 of damage. Here the heavy dealt 26,000 amount of 26 to 30 health damage. Now we go for the Venom the Duck. He doesn't have any nodes, and we really finish off the fight a lot faster than we would assume. So he's a very good champ, a very good contender when it comes to Act 6. All you have to do is bring in with the Omega synergy, and if you don't have Omega as okay, for Act 6 or Act 5 or Act 6, basically 6.1, 2, 3 or 4, you cannot bring in any 4-star. So yes, that is sort of a drawback if you don't have Omega as a 5-star. But for other quests, especially for Cavalier, you can simply solo the whole path with Colossus with ease. The Cavalier difficulty that we have right now, I'm yet to complete the whole difficulty. I mean, I've completed, but I haven't 100% done that. So I'll also be posting a video on the boss solos. I'm sort of stuck with soloing the Apocalypse and the Professor X. I almost soloed Professor X with Doom. He was only left like 5%, and I died because of one of the faulty debuffs. So now here we actually skipped the fight between the Punisher because the fight was sort of corrupted. We recorded video, but the content wasn't available. Like it had corrupted, as in the graphics wasn't showing good. I don't know why what happened. So I skipped that fight and then directly brought you back to the Storm fight. Now here I don't think the RNG gods are with us because we don't have that much amount of armor stacked. So the damage here is a little lesser than what you expect, but still we try to get it done. Just sometimes it doesn't come up, and the reason behind why we are taking so much amount of time is that it has a power shield node wherein we deal only large amount of damage. Okay, did you see guys? Did you see that it was approximately 100k damage, 3 9ks and 166k. That is only with the Omega synergy, with of course with that node, but the 66k came in only because of the higher the attack, I mean power shield node. But without the power shield node would have been approximately 30k approximately, yes. And if the RNG is with you, the other 3 9ks they would have been maybe 9 and 4.5 and let's say 20 or 30 and then 20 or 30, so would have dealt approximately the same damage as well. A little less, but yes, still pretty useful. Just enjoy this fight with Colossus because that's how we are going to end. And if you guys like the video and if you want to know how to use it, first thing, do a lot of SP1, that will help you in getting a lot of armor of buffs. Second, stun will make sure that your enemy doesn't you actually make your enemy stun to make sure that you spam the SP2 and with the heavy in between the heavy. Another thing is that okay, if the Colossus is stunned, he gains a lot of power when you get hit. So you might use that, you might not use it. I wouldn't recommend, but still it's good to have. It's just an option that you might refer or you might consider if you wish to. Now, and apart from that, the SP3 is also very good. If you have a lot of armor stacks built up, then SP3 would be dealing a lot amount of damage. I haven't done that in the video, but trust me, it's huge, approximately 50 to 60k damage with the SP3. Not something of ghost matter, but still a very good option to be reliable on. And if you have Colossus and are thinking of ranking him up, please go ahead. I'm sure you won't regret it. So that's it guys from us. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please click on the like, share, comment and subscribe. And let's meet in the next video, and until then, peace.